Welcome to Fight Club 24/7. My name's Johnny Rashman. Right, let's get straight into it. So last night I'm rolling around in bed, editing a few videos, looking on social media, seeing if any news is coming through. And I see super bantamweight female fighter Ellie Scottney, who's scheduled to fight for the IBF world title in Ireland, in Dublin, on a Katie Taylor undercard in, just under 3 weeks' time? Basically 2 weeks' time this weekend. And it's been a goal of hers to become a world champion. She's a great fighter, Ellie Scottney. I think she's one of the most talented female fighters in the game. She's got a beautiful pro style, fantastic fighter. So she puts this post up. I am incredibly disappointed to say that I am now hearing that I will be removed from the May 20th card in Dublin due to Chantal Cameron, who Katie Taylor is fighting, and her management insisting to my promoter that I'm not allowed to be on her undercard because of who trains me. This is despite having been on 2 cards together before with no problems whatsoever. After my world title fight had been announced on a huge night globally for women's boxing, my dream is now being taken away from me by a fellow fighter dictating terms and making unreasonable demands to my promoter. I cannot describe how heartbroken I am. Right, let me put context to this before I start having a go at people. Right, so Chantal Cameron was an MTK fighter, I believe. Right, MTK Global, the company, is now deceased. It's gone. Right, it closed its businesses last year. It used to be owned by Daniel Kinahan, who is in the news for basically being wanted by the American government. Basically, he's been accused of being a gangster. Anyone who's into boxing will know the story. I'm not going to elaborate onto it. We all know about it, right? I don't know the bloke. I've never met him, so I'm not going to comment on it. I'm not going to go down that road because I've never met him, right? But we all know the story involved, right? So once MTK closed down as a business, MTK fighters, they've gone to different management companies. There's people from MTK still in the game from a management point of view. Right, okay, fine. Right. So Chantal Cameron was training at Shane McGuigan's gym. Right. Shane McGuigan was Chantal Cameron's trainer. I think this was 2019, 18. So yeah, Shane McGuigan was training her. They split. Chantal Cameron gave an interview stating that she split from Shane McGuigan because of financial disputes, and she wasn't getting the time she needed. This is what she said, and she had big anxiety and she couldn't concentrate on her career. And I don't know what's going on. As I say, I don't know Chantal Cameron, and I've never met Shane McGuigan, right? So I can't comment on that situation. I don't know. There's always 2 sides to every story. So fast forward a few years, Ellie Scottney is now being trained by Shane McGuigan, and they've fought on cards before where Chantal has fought and Ellie Scottney has fought on the same card. But all of a sudden now, Ellie Scottney's not allowed to fight for a world title, even though it's got nothing to do with Chantal Cameron, absolutely nothing to do with her, right? Her belts might be on the line and Katie Taylor might be going up in weight. It ain't her show, right? That's it. No if, buts, or maybes. It's not her show. It's Katie Taylor's show. And it's Matchroom show. Right? It's not Chantal Cameron's show. No one's filling that arena up to watch Chantal Cameron fight. As much as a good fighter she is, they're all going to see Katie Taylor. Right? So it's Katie Taylor's show. So how on earth you can stop a fighter from competing for a world title is absolutely disgusting. Now, fighters might be coming out saying it's nothing to do with Chantal Cameron. It's got nothing to do with her. She won't care if Scottney's fighting on the card or not. Well, it kind of is to do with her because Ellie Scottney isn't fighting on the card because of Chantal Cameron. Now, am I saying she's stopping her? Is it the management? I don't know. As I say, I don't know. From reading Ellie Scottney's statement, she's saying that Cameron is trying to dictate terms and making unreasonable demands. What's it got to do with you? Concentrate on your fight. It doesn't matter who Ellie Scottney's being trained by. It doesn't matter if it's Santa Claus, Fred Flintstone, Freddie Roach or Shane McGuigan. It's got absolutely nothing to do with you. Is this where we've come to now with boxing? Fighters can dictate they don't want fighters on the undercard because they don't like the trainer. It's disgusting. Now, I could understand if there was personal beef between the fighters and things have gone on in the past and Scotty has stopped Chantel from fighting. I can understand that, right? But this is not that. She's got a beef with Ellie Scotney's trainer, and she's stopping Ellie from fighting for a world title. Her family are watching, her friends are fighting on a historic night on a Katie Taylor undercard, and she's been training, she's in camp, and this is all coming out now. Why sign the contract? I'm not being funny. Eddie Hearn, put your foot down, son. Put your foot down. You gave an interview the other day saying, now you're not going to be bullied by the Americans, and the Americans want you out and you're here to stay, yet you're letting someone dictate to you who fights on your card. Do me a favour, pick up the phone and tell her to be quiet and concentrate on the fight. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. She'll never get this opportunity again, Chantel Cameron. Believe me, Katie Taylor's a legend. Everyone's watching this fight because of Katie Taylor. Right? Now, Chantel Cameron's a great fighter, and I don't want to hammer her too much because, as I say, I don't know the whole story. There's two sides to a story. I'm just seeing what Ellie Scotney's put out. Whoever has made this decision on Chantel Cameron's behalf, or whether it was Chantel Cameron, has had an absolute nightmare. This has backfired majorly, right? Because now she's got a backlash. She didn't need this before the biggest fight of her life, an undisputed world title fight against the biggest star in female boxing, a legend, an icon of the game in Katie Taylor. She didn't need this. And now there's a backlash. Now, people wanted to lose. People are annoyed. It's just a golden rule in boxing. You don't stop another fighter competing. It's got nothing to do with Chantel Cameron. It's not Canelo. It's not Floyd Mayweather. What was she dictating? Now, as I say, I don't know if it's nothing to do with her. Fine, I'll apologise. I can only go off what I'm hearing at the moment. But a management team, who were the management team dictating that? Eddie Hearn should say, okay, see you later. We'll draft someone else in. Bye-bye. Let's see how much money you're going to make fighting someone else. Let's see how that goes down. It's unbelievable. I mean, what was that phone call? What was it? Oh, hi, Eddie. Yeah, Chantal doesn't want Ellie fighting on the card because of Shane McGuigan. Well, it's just ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous. How has this been allowed to happen? Disgusting behaviour, right? Disgusting. Now, as I say, there's two sides to every story, right? So I don't want to hammer Chantal too much. I don't know her personally. She seems a nice girl, but I'm not being funny, right? If this happened to her, how would she like it? Ellie Scotney seems like a really nice girl. She's like everyone's cousins, little sisters. She just seems like a nice, sweet girl, right? Everyone wants her to do well. She's fighting for a world title. Chantel Cameron, concentrate on your own fight, love. Yeah? Concentrate on your fight. Don't worry about who's training who. Concentrate on your fight, right? Because you're going into the Lion's Den in Ireland. Doesn't matter who Ellie Scotney's being trained by. I just can't believe that this has been allowed to happen. It's such a bad look for boxing. I mean, is this it now? Fighters dictate, I don't want to on my undercards because I don't like the trainer. It happens all the time. Fighters leave trainers. It ends in tears sometimes. They fight on the same card. It happens. Campmates, stablemates leave gyms, right? And they might fight each other. Lawrence Okole's fighting Chris Billam-Smith. Right? Lawrence Okole was trained by Shane McGuigan. You know, it happens. You can't just dictate things. I just don't understand the conversation. Eddie Hearn just should have put his foot down. No. Right? Ellie Scotney's on the card and that's it. Shocking behaviour. And I feel terrible for Ellie Scotney. Eddie Hearn's going to have to do some damage limitation. He'll be scrambling around now, doing his best to try and reschedule this fight. He's going to have to now because he's getting a backlash. Right? You're the promoter. You're the one saying you're not going to let people dictate to you. Well, you're being dictated to here, my friend. Right? So put your foot down and sort this out. Disgusting behaviour. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with me? Should Ellie Scotney be allowed to fight on the card? Like, comment, subscribe, let me know.